You're in the right place. Our 2021 LAB Virtual Prestige Awards program will begin shortly. Get comfortable. The Louisiana Association of Broadcasters 2021 Virtual Prestige Awards program is about to begin. Thank you to all who participated in our program. You're in the right place. Our 2021 LAB Virtual Prestige Awards program will begin shortly. Get comfortable. The Louisiana Association of Broadcasters 2021 Virtual Prestige Awards program is about to begin. Thank you to all who participated in our program. You're in the right place. Our 2021 LAB Virtual Prestige Awards program will begin shortly. Get comfortable. The Louisiana Association of Broadcasters 2021 Virtual Prestige Awards program is about to begin. Thank you to all who participated in our program. You're in the right place. Our 2021 LAB Virtual Prestige Awards program will begin shortly.
Here in Iowa, power is slowly being restored, and of course some of the dangers following a storm is power surges. As we were preparing for this story, we heard a loud pop.
Your work delivers the news that matters to our communities.
At last check, about 395,000 customers were without power. Now,
And in Louisiana, good reporting often saves lives.
About 100 yards from where the incident actually occurred, you can see in the distance we have every emergency responding crews out here. There's the sheriff's office.
This year, we've been faced with an unprecedented pandemic and one of the worst hurricane seasons in memory.
The entire lane is shut down. They're about to rip the door off of his pickup truck in order to get this man out of his vehicle.
To all our media partners, thank you, and I'm grateful for your partnership. for all the tough work that you do, keeping our communities informed and maintaining a healthy check on our government. I know there aren't any days off as a journalist because you all work and show up 365 days a year. That unfaltering commitment to the American public is part of what makes America the great nation that it is, and we thank you.
To all of you that are on the ground, all of you that are helping to share real news across Louisiana, thank you all for what you do, and I appreciate your sacrifice and commitment to the news.
Hey, Liz, the number is still looking relatively good. 499 new cases reported today. That's out of, 10,557 tests.
I'm so proud of what our Louisiana broadcasters did to step up, and even during a pandemic, to continue the great work of keeping our community safe and informed. Thanks for what you do.
Thank you for your hard work and for your efforts to keep our communities informed.
Never has local coverage been more important than this past year. Again, I thank you for all you do. I look forward to working with you in the future as both of us, in our respective roles, serve the people of this great state. Again, thank you.
Greetings. I want to welcome all Louisiana broadcasters to our first virtual presentation of the annual Prestige Awards. My name is Joel Vilmonet, and I'm chairman of the LAB. It's been a year since we all gathered together for the Prestige Awards, and our world has forever changed. And while we can't come together in person this year, we're pleased to celebrate your extraordinary work virtually. This year, we had 255 entries into the Prestige Awards. Thank you for taking the time to submit your entries. The LAB staff will be mailing out the awards to the winners, but for those of you who wish to pick up your awards from the office, please call Polly or Laura right after the show. Once you receive your award, we ask that you take those cool pictures and email them to the LAB office so that we can put them on our website. Also, please use the hashtag Prestige2021. This year, our awards were judged by broadcasters in Idaho, and I want to thank them for serving as judges. I also want to thank Ed Ball for producing our award show. At this time, I'm honored to turn the program over to George Servin to give our invocation and to remember those broadcasters we lost last year.
Please bow your heads. Lord, our experiences this past year challenged our strength, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. Strength finding optimism during a pandemic. Strength helping our neighbors in need. Strength saying goodbye to family and friends. I know we cannot forecast the hour of our death. We can only assume this hour would be in a distant future. Never could we imagine, gathered today on such a joyous event, having to say goodbye to 5 members of our local Louisiana broadcast family. Mike Barra, Richard Petty, Ernie Harvey, Donna Britt, and Tom Gay. 5 Louisiana broadcasters who each left a significant mark in their own broadcast community. We thank them for the memories, which enables us to build on our experiences and help us plan for the future. Bless every Louisiana Association of Broadcasters Prestige Award entry and finalist. In your eyes, they are all winners. Allow us to continue using our time, talents, and treasure to make a difference. We ask this in God's name. Amen.
Thank you, George, and let's please keep everyone's family in our thoughts and prayers. As most of you are aware, the LAB partners with the Louisiana Army National Guard recruiting efforts. At this time, I would like to welcome Lieutenant Colonel Talbot with the Louisiana Army National Guard.
Hello, I'm Lieutenant Colonel Kirk Talbot from the Louisiana Army National Guard. I'd like to say thank you to the Louisiana Association of Broadcasters and all the TV stations and radio stations out there for running our stories and the pep spots highlighting the Louisiana Army National Guard in action over the last year. Because of your efforts, we have become one of the top National Guards in the nation, both in operations and the recruiting force. We definitely appreciate everything that you have done for us. I'd especially like to highlight KLWB and WBRZ, as they were the ones that ran our spots the most. Enjoy the rest of your ceremony. Thank you for everything you do for the National Guard.
Now, we're pleased to announce the 2 recipients of the Carly Ann McCord scholarships. As many of you know, Carly was a bright and talented sports journalist with a passion for Louisiana and giving back to the next generation of aspiring journalists. She tragically passed away on December 28, 2019, while on her way to the Peach Bowl. In an effort to honor her, WDSU and the LAB will present 2 $5,000 scholarships to female students studying sports journalism. The first winner of the Carly Ann McCord Scholarship is Abigail Alonzo with Louisiana State University. The next winner is Jessica Spizzali with Louisiana State University. Congratulations to both our winners, and we all look forward to watching both of you flourish. Now, I would like to turn the program over to Lisa James, who is on our Education Committee, and she will announce the LAB's 2021-2022 scholarship winners. Lisa?
Thank you, Joel. Each year, the Louisiana Association of Broadcasters awards scholarships to 2 students attending one of Louisiana's colleges or universities majoring in broadcasting. Each recipient must be currently in his or her junior or senior year of studies, a full-time student at a Louisiana college or university, and have and maintain a minimum overall GPA of 2.5. Now, this is my 4th year to serve on this committee, and I've had the opportunity and the privilege to review in depth all applications for the LAB's 2021-22 scholarships. And I have to tell you, our committee was very impressed with all of the applicants. There are some very talented young people preparing for careers in broadcasting. Make sure you write their names down, as you'll want them working for you one day. The members of the selection committee agreed that 2 students stood out among all the rest. Through their written essays, both exhibited a strong desire and determination to succeed, as well as a sincere love for our profession. Accompanying each application were extraordinary letters of recommendation from professors, advisors, and station personnel where they've worked while pursuing their education. It gives me great pleasure to announce the recipients of the Louisiana Association of Broadcasters 2021-2022 scholarships, and these are in alphabetical order. Allison Cadlabar from Louisiana State University. Jillian Oda from Loyola University.
Thanks, Lisa and the Scholarship Committee, for reviewing all of the entries. Congratulations, Abigail, Allison, Jessica, and Jillian. At this time, Louisiana Governor John Bel Edwards will thank our broadcasters and introduce the LAB Hall of Fame inductees.
Polly has asked me to introduce this year's Hall of Fame inductees, all of whom have made significant contributions to broadcasting and to their communities. So congratulations to Diane Deaton of WAFB.
I'm just gonna come over here just one second. Make sure I got this. All righty, so Sunday. Okay, all right. Okay. It is a cold start. Now,
She always downplays her role. She always wanted to do her part, and she did so with flair, with class. She got up every day, she did her job, and she brought this joy and spark to Baton Rouge that's untouchable.
Alton Richard Petty of iHeartMedia.
The late Alton Richard Petty was chief engineer of iHeartMedia Louisiana for 42 years, beginning with Wink in 1978. In 2005, he was a critical part of the team that created United Radio, competing companies operating as one after Hurricane Katrina. Richard donated his expertise to churches, schools, and foreign countries, recognized by the FCC and LAB in 2010. He was the consummate professional, always calm, always finding solutions. We present Alton Richard Petty for the 2021 LAB Hall of Fame.
And Jim Swallow of KVPI FM.
Thank you to the Louisiana Association of Broadcasters for showcasing and honoring Jim Swallow. To the Broadcasters Hall of Fame in Louisiana.
Just that I did everything I could to serve our community. And it's been a pleasure to be here all these years to give the news in English, or the news in French especially.
Classic Hits 92.5.
Thank you, and God bless.
The LAB would like to thank Diane Deaton, the families of Jim Swallow and Richard Petty for all that they have done for the Louisiana broadcasting community. It's an honor to have these three pioneers added to the LAB Hall of Fame. Annually, LAB recognizes two individuals for their outstanding accomplishments and many years of dedicated service to their communities and the broadcast industry. Lifetime Achievement in Radio and Lifetime Achievement in Television. Ladies and gentlemen, it gives me great pleasure to announce the recipient of LAB's 2021 Lifetime Achievement Award in Radio, James Gilmore, Guarantee Broadcasting.
Congratulations to James Gilmore on this very well-deserved win. James has been in radio for over 3 decades and has met a countless amount of famous musicians, country and otherwise. He's MC and hosted thousands of concerts, festivals, and other events. And during Christmas, he plays Santa Claus for the kids, even with virtual messages in 2020. It's evident that James is so good at what he does on the radio because he loves it so much. And that's a true lifetime achievement.
The next award to be presented is Lifetime Achievement in Television. Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the LAB's 2021 Lifetime Achievement Award in Television is Randy Stone, KTVE-KARD-TV.
Randy Stone, currently General Manager of KARD-TV in Monroe, Louisiana. He's a television pioneer with 35 years of broadcasting experience that continues to grow. But before you get to know Randy today, let's go back to when he got the buzz for broadcasting. It was 1973. Randy was a 10th grader in a small town where radio caught his attention before the tube. So he created a makeshift radio station in his family's home.
For about 1,000 feet, and I could broadcast to my mom and my aunt and uncles in the living room. That's how it started.
Again, congratulations. The Young Professional of the Year. This recognizes an individual who made a significant impact in their station and community. Must be under 40 with 2 years in the industry. Ladies and gentlemen, it gives me great pleasure to introduce the recipient of LAB's 2021 Young Professional of the Year, Jillian Corder, KPLC TV.
This is where normally people are fishing, and you can see the water is lapping up over the edge. I've got a light here. The conditions quickly deteriorating out here. The wind's really picking up.
Not a single road that we've been on since we left the sheriff's office has been without debris.
The damage done in this storm was worse than that of Hurricane Rita. And now, after major damage from Hurricane Laura, their education is put on hold again. We lost power, so everything's being restarted right now. For the meantime, we figured we'd bring you what we could off of Facebook Live. So I'm on my cell phone right now. We're up on the second story.
Again, congratulations. Much of what we are recognized for is on camera or microphone. We know that content would not make it to the airwaves without our engineers who keep us on the air. This year, we would like to recognize a broadcast engineer who was nominated by his colleagues for his leadership, development, and contributions to broadcast engineering technical standards. This year's broadcast engineer is Damon Jacob, WWOZ-FM. The future of broadcasting is a constant focus for the LAB. Investing in the students who are interested in the news, production, and engineering is essential. In addition to the LAB Scholarship Program, the Louisiana Association of Broadcasters recognized a Louisiana student for their outstanding broadcast accomplishments during their high school or college years. This year, we are awarding a Student Radio Broadcaster of the Year as well as a Student TV Broadcaster of the Year. And now the 2021 Student Broadcast Radio Award is presented to Troy Brashear, Jr., student of ULL and working at KLWB-FM.
And I am joined by the man who is just rocking his Raging Cajun pride today. He's the intern extraordinaire. It's Mr. Troy Brashear, Jr., Troy, good morning. How are you, sir?
Good morning, Ray. I'm doing all right. I'm doing pretty good.
How was your weekend?
My weekend was pretty good. I got to relax for the first time in a while, working 2 jobs at once. I hadn't had a weekend in like at least 3 weeks.
And now the 2021 Student Broadcaster TV Award is presented to Rachel Riley, student of Southeastern with the Southeastern Channel.
I'm here in St. Tammany Parish where Medline's facility would be built. As you can see behind me, 18-wheelers would have to come around this roundabout, then distribute their supplies to my right where these rocks are, and then come back down this one way where they could potentially create traffic.
Now with COVID-19 on the rise, Livingston Parish says that keeping students safe is of the utmost importance. They said that they do regular cleanings each week and try to keep buses at 75% capacity.
Over 8 million U.S. students miss nearly a month of school each year.
Broadcaster of the Year is presented annually to an owner or general manager of an LAB member station, an individual who, in the opinion of the judges, provides significant contributions and service to the broadcast industry, and who has displayed the most outstanding record of leadership, of civic achievement, and public service during the prior year. It gives me great pleasure to announce to you the 2021 Louisiana Association of Broadcasters of the Year is John Ware. John did an outstanding job with KPLC TV. Congratulations, John. We're proud of you.
I can't think of anyone more deserving of this honor than John Ware. It's challenging to lead your staff through a catastrophic hurricane, but having to do so twice in a few months and in the middle of a pandemic takes a special kind of leader. That leader's John Ware. He's committed, creative, he's passionate. John is empathetic. He represents the best in local broadcasting, and I'm proud to work with him.
Our next category is podcast radio. This award will be presented to a radio station that the judges thought was the best use of valuable content and audience engagement, along with quality entertainment and information. Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of LAB's Best Podcast is WNXX-FM, the Riot Radio Hour.
This is the Riot Podcast with Matt Moscona and Ryan Carrier.
I think they should fire Bo Pelini right now.
It is obvious that they will not go out there and bust their tail for him. I got some chocolate-covered cherries. I like to bite them. The liquid just kind of goes all over.
Down your chin and everything.
I love liquid on my chin, and then the cherry in my mouth.
Biggest achievement, College World Series, World Series, or being a certified roof shingle inspector.
Shingle master.
Until next time, Riot Podcast. See ya.
Best use of digital media. This award will be presented to a radio and a TV station that the judges thought was the best use of digital media, with the use of social media platforms as well as other outreach tools to connect with their audience and inform the public. Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of LAB's Best Use of Digital Media for Television is KPLC TV, Hurricane Laura.
KPLC was directly in the path of Hurricane Laura when the moment came to evacuate our station. With the help of our Gray Television family, we stayed on the air. Overnight, our television tower fell, officially ending our over-the-air signal. Our live reports from the ground in Lake Charles continued on Facebook Live and our website streams. And our viewers were never without the latest information delivered to them in a variety of ways. At KPLC, that's our commitment to be at your service.
Large market, WVLA, WGMB TV for BR Proud Digital Media.
Color Crossroads. Divided in Louisiana. BRProud.com Color Crossroads presents race, politics, and community policing. Color Crossroads, COVID-19 and Black businesses. BRProud.com presents The Runoff, Race to EBR Metro Council.
And the winner of LAB's 2021 Best Use of Digital Media for Radio is KOGM Mustang 107.1 Online Roadshow.
The Mustang 1071 Online Roadshow was a Facebook Live concert series that kicked off in March when Louisiana residents and most of the United States were forced to stay home in quarantine.
'Cause I just might believe it tonight.
It was a way to connect Mustang's Facebook fans with a live interactive virtual concert. Thousands of people watched and left comments.
Ooh, and we're live.
The Mustang 1071 Online Roadshow is an example of the best use of digital media by a radio station.
2020 was a big election year. We had elections for president, our congressional offices, statewide offices, and multi-parish, and who better to discuss and disseminate the issue than our local TV stations. This award recognizes election coverage to its stations for its outstanding effort, and the winner is Small Market KNOE TV Campaign 2020.
Our country is at a crossroads, divided and looking for leadership.
I want to make sure that our country recovers in a good way. Obviously, we've had COVID, we've had hurricanes that have hit us. We need somebody that can hit the ground on day one.
I'm not a lifelong politician or anything. I'm just a guy that wants to make a change in the direction that our country has gone.
Large Market WDSU TV, WDSU's Election Night.
Swanson.
And I'm Stella Kim. As always, tonight, the lucky number everyone is looking out for is 270.
That's right, the number of electoral votes it will take to win the White House.
And tonight we have team coverage, 7 crews monitoring key races happening in our viewing area. We'll get to them in just a moment, but first.
President Donald Trump and Democratic nominee Joe Biden both making that final push for votes today.
The next award for the best morning show. Louisiana wakes up early and has coffee with these folks every day. Whether streaming in their living rooms or listening on their cars, this award is presented to a radio and a TV station that locally produces between 5 a.m. and 9 a.m. In television, the best morning show winner is Small Market KALB TV Jambalaya.
Some breaking news from overnight. The FBI is investigating a shooting at the Pineville Sleep-In Hotel where a suspect was killed and an FBI agent was injured. Now, many of you were asking us what was happening at the hotel. It's located on Monroe Highway in Kingsville.
Are you ready to put the tree up this early?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
I think we need it for 2020. What about you, Tyler? What do you think?
You know where I stand on this. I have a very strong opinion. Let's enjoy Thanksgiving first, okay?
Let's enjoy Election Day. What's the forecast?
Yes.
In Large Market, WAFB TV, 9 News This Morning.
Now from Louisiana's News Channel, this is 9 News This Morning with breaking news.
At 6 o'clock on your Thursday morning, a quick look at what was and now a look at what is Hurricane Laura. Still a Category 2 and still pushing through our state northward.
We have team coverage this morning. Our Matt Houston has been up all night reporting in Lake Charles, and you saw how crazy it got there at the start of the show. Carmen Poe is riding around in Titan 9, checking on conditions across the capital area.
Ladies and gentlemen, the radio station receiving the best morning show is Small Market KQID FM, the KQID Morning Show.
Last night, the Gremlin, for the first time ever, a contestant self-eliminated. The best part about his performance is he sang one of my all-time favorite songs ever. When the night has come and the land is dark and the moon is the only light you'll see.
Is that how you sounded? Because I can see why he self-eliminated himself.
It's Stand By Me.
The Morning Q Crew, Josh and Miranda. 6 a.m. to 10 weekday mornings on Q93.
Large Market KRVE FM, the Murphy, Sam, and Jody Show.
As soon as I saw this, Murphy and Jody, I thought of you.
What?
What? What? You saw that Merriam-Webster added a new word, right?
To the dictionary?
I think I may have missed it.
Irregardless.
No!
Well, really, after all of these years, my mom...
that's not a word.
My mom always said irregardless, and everybody corrected her. And
no, it's regardless.
Well, apparently not.
Yeah, no. And they saying it's been in use for 200 years, and it's really, the definition is the same as regardless.
So don't
it's just
add it
that
as
some
a
people
word.
think they need to put the ear in front of it.
I think that's irresponsible.
The next award is Best Newscast TV. Ladies and gentlemen, the winner is, for Small Market, KTVE TV, NBC 10 News.
Association of Broadcasters. This is NBC 10 News at 6.
An accused killer due in court. We've got the latest on the case against Jory Worthen.
Eudora's only grocery store has been closed for 9 months now, but an upcoming fundraiser could change that. How can you?
Large Market, WAFB TV, 9 News Alert at 4.
Now, from Louisiana's News Channel, this is your 9 News Alert at 4.
We will be going into phase 3 tomorrow.
There you have it. Governor Edwards announcing Louisiana will move into phase 3 of reopening its economy. Thanks for joining us here at 9 News Alert at 4. I'm Liz Coe. We'll get to Dr. Steve and Amanda Kitch in just a moment, but first, right to that breaking news from the governor.
The next award is for radio for the best interview. Ladies and gentlemen, the 2021 best interview goes to Small Market, KRRV FM, the Sarah Evans interview.
The Melissa and David Show.
Sarah Evans. Sarah Evans, hello. How you doing? Yeah, we saw you recently on the CMAs, and you handed that award off really well. It was for the
thank you.
The male vocalist of the year to Luke Combs.
You know what happened after I gave him that award and he gave his speech and we were walking backstage together? He looked at me and I said, congratulations, and he was like, hey man, thanks. You're like my all-time idol. And I was like, oh, thank you. Then he said, is it weird that I feel guilty for winning this stuff?
Oh.
And then I was like, shut up.
Catch him every weekday morning right here on 100.3 KRRV.
Large Market, WRNO FM, Henry Winkler on the Weekend Geek with the D Squared.
Are you a Neil Diamond fan?
Yes.
Yes!
You know what? So many people will not admit that they are a Neil Diamond fan, and he called me up on stage. I can't sing. I really can't sing. I wish I could. I would come back as the boss if I could sing. And he called me on stage, and he wanted me to sing Song Sung Blue.
Oh, that's a great one.
I just started doing it as the Fonz because there was no way I was getting a note out of my throat.
The next category is Best Series or Documentary. Ladies and gentlemen, the 2021 Best Series or Documentary Award goes to Small Market, KNOE TV, The Gridiron Tales.
I said, man, that's got to be told. That's a beautiful story.
Over the last 5 weeks, we've told a few of those gridiron tales. We were there when West Monroe strength and conditioning guru Casey Sanders said goodbye to the Rebels weight room. We laughed.
Don was only a 5'7". He said he was 5'8", but he lied.
Then cried with the widow of Don Shows.
He spoke football before he married me, and those were the last words he spoke to me before he took his last breath.
Large Market, WLPB TV, A Live in History, LSU Rural Life Museum turns 50.
25 acres of history that you can see, touch, and feel. The LSU Rural Life Museum brings history to the present, showing us not just where people lived, but how.
They're not just things, they're things with a story and a history.
LPB shows you how one family's legacy turned into a treasure for all of Louisiana to enjoy. A Living History, LSU Rural Life Museum turns 50.
The next award is for the Best Sports Show. Louisiana sports fans tune in day and night to listen or watch their favorite teams. This award is presented to a radio and TV station that locally produces its own regularly scheduled sports show. In television, the Best Sports Show, the winner is Small Market, KALB TV, The Fifth Quarter.
Are you ready? It's time for the Timeless Med Spa and Dr. Jeremy Timmer Fifth Quarter on KALB.
That's right, you're watching the fifth quarter, and it's the final week of the regular season. Now, of course, COVID-19 has devastated a few teams.
But that second half, it was insane. It was crazy.
One thing that stood out for me is the Trojans' defense. They kept that goose egg intact.
Overall, this was a phenomenal performance from the Indians.
Large Market, WDSU TV, WDSU Sports.
Hey everybody, Sharif Fishak with your sports team assemble. Fletcher Mackel, as well as Caroline Gonzalez, huge night. The Pelicans in the NBA draft, they have 4 picks, 2 in the first, 2 in the second. I'll start first quickly, guys. I think if they stay at number 13, it's going to be Alabama point guard Kira Lewis Jr.
Ladies and gentlemen, the radio station receiving the best sports show is KMLB FM, The Morning Drive with Aaron and Jake.
Thanks for joining us here on The Morning Drive. It is game day, and it is 7 o'clock hour, so we are going to put JR to the test. 6 guests lined up in this hour. Ooh. At number 3, we find the number 5 seed Destrehan making a trip to Eddie Robinson Stadium to square off against Ruston.
Destrehan, such an impressive team, dominated St. James earlier this year, beat East St. John 31-12, eliminated Washita in the playoffs before beating Dutchtown 20-10 last week. Ruston looks like an unstoppable force right now.
Large Market, WNXX FM, after further review with Matt Moscona.
And off we go. Welcome aboard.
One of the first lessons I learned in radio is that passion drives the media. If you don't care about a topic, how can you expect your audience to care about a topic? So every topic I approach, I want my audience to know I'm invested in it, I care about it, and I'm going to be passionate about the topics I discuss.
The next award is for the best weathercast. As we know in Louisiana, our weather is something we can always count on. Ladies and gentlemen, the award for the best weathercast goes to Small Market, KTVE TV, Jared Floyd.
And of course, while Delta continues to gobble up most of the main headlines, let's enjoy the clear skies while they last. A look at the live storm tracker Doppler radar. Not much around the radar site. Loop over the last hour doesn't really show a whole lot, although clouds are starting to stir.
Large Market, WVLA, Jesse Gunkel.
Impacts could be pretty great here in the capital area if we continue to see things move and progress the way the system is currently moving. As you notice overall, you'll see that we get a couple showers heading into your Tuesday. By the time we move into Wednesday morning, you can see just the outskirts right now of Laura. A couple showers kind of building inland. And then you see by the time we get to very late on Wednesday, just before midnight, makes landfall just south of Lake Charles and Cameron Parish. But notice some of these feeder bands, and that's going to be our biggest concern.
The next award is Best Radio Personality Team. To call them a personality is an understatement. Ladies and gentlemen, the winner is, for Small Market, KRRV FM, Melissa and David live.
The Melissa and David Show.
I recognize that squeal anywhere. So I'm sorry.
Y'all are awesome.
So I take it you got our message.
Yes, I did. Oh my God.
Did you hear yourself on the radio?
No. Oh, why? Was my message on the radio?
Yeah, well, it's a little bit.
We'll see.
It's the fun part. It's the fun part of radio.
100.3 KRRV.
Large Market, WDGL FM, Michelle Southern.
Throughout the COVID crisis, Michelle broadcast her show from a studio in her home. In an effort to stay in touch with her listeners without our actual request line, she set up a Google Voice line. We closed out the year with a promotion called Michelle's Christmas Wishes, where she would call listeners in need to let them know they were getting something special for Christmas.
We drew your name out of the hat, Jimmy, and we're going to send you $250.
Are you serious?
Is that going to help out a little bit this year?
I have $4 in my bank account right now. Yes, it's going to help.
Oh, my God. That's awesome. Thank you so much.
When the news breaks, residents want to tune into their favorite local station for breaking news. This past year has had its moments of devastation, but our broadcasters are always there for our viewers. The LAB Breaking News Award goes to the best first-time broadcast of a live news event. This year's winning entry demonstrated a sense of urgency, used the scene to relate to the details of the story, and included compelling live interviews. Ladies and gentlemen, the 2021 Breaking News Award goes to Small Market TV KALB, the Hurricane Laura coverage.
And welcome back. We have another tornado warning, at least two warnings are very close to each other.
Go to KLB.com. We have a lot of the information for Hurricane Laura.
The winds are blowing really loud. I mean, Stephen, I can even barely hear you right now.
Widespread power outages likely. What's your main message to folks as they're kind of waking up this morning to see what's going on?
Main thing is to stay in.
Large market, KATC TV, Hurricane Laura.
Just in front of the City Hall where the cleanup process is well underway. It's been what I would describe as almost an apocalyptic imagery out here. But it's the emotional toll that's weighing heavy.
Just devastated.
Mike Tremont is seeing the damage to his historic home for the first time since evacuating to Texas, and it isn't easy.
It's weathered a lot of them. So hopefully it'll make it through this one too.
Day in and day out, Louisiana broadcasters provide extraordinary service to their respective communities. Our next category recognizes those stations that, in the opinion of the judges, exhibited the most outstanding community service during this past year. Awards will be presented to both a radio and a TV station for their effort. In radio, for its community service project during 2020, the winner is for Small Market Radio, KQID-FM, their community service for the year.
Workers on the front lines, Q93 says thank you.
Large market, Cumulus Media Lafayette, Cumulus Cares.
Early in the COVID-19 pandemic, Cumulus Media Lafayette wanted to give back to the community and provide the community with information on what businesses were doing to provide services to them. We came up with the Cumulus Media Cares program, letting the public know about clients' businesses, hours, curbside pickup, drive-through menus, etc. As a result, Cumulus Cares helps 76 businesses with on-air and digital support with a value of $459,521. Cumulus Media Lafayette, truly caring about the community.
The next award will be presented to the television station that, in the opinion of the judges, provided the most impressive community service project this past year. Ladies and gentlemen, for the TV Community Service Award, the winner is Small Market, KALB TV, Tell Me Something Good.
We all know those good news stories are out there, and we want to tell them.
I just like to help others, and I like to spread kindness like confetti.
It's those type of moments that need to be highlighted in our community because there's people helping each other get through it.
Hopefully feeling seen and remembered and cared about and loved. That's the goal.
If you know somebody who's making a difference in our community, we would like to highlight that person for Tell Me Something Good. So just email us at news@klb.com. So now you tell me something good.
Large market, WBRZ TV, for the spirit of Baton Rouge.
When normal became abnormal and the world distanced, Baton Rouge came together, responding to WBRZ community projects, filling prescriptions, giving school supplies, saving sheltered dogs, making sure kids receive warmth and feel joy on Christmas. 2 is on your side for a better Baton Rouge. Thank you for your support to bring our community together, WBRZ and you. That's the spirit of Baton Rouge.
In the next category, 2 awards will be presented, one for television and one for radio. And in the opinion of the judges, these stations presented the most effective, imaginative, creative, and successful promotional campaign during January 1, December 31, 2020. Entries were accepted for public service promotions, station promotions, commercial promotions, and individual promotions. Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of LAB's 2021 Radio Promotion of the Year is Small Market, KZRZ FM, Santa Stop 2020 drive-through at Tower Place.
Today's Soft Rock, Sunny 98.3, KZRZ.
And the stations of the Stevens Media Group in Monroe thought out of the box this year in order to bring Santa Stop 2020 to 5,000 boys and girls of Northeast Louisiana for the 16th consecutive year. This time it was in our Tower Place parking lot with a COVID-conscious and safe drive-through with Santa Claus, llamas, fire trucks, and fun. We even collected toys and canned goods for the underprivileged families of the area. Not even a pandemic could keep Santa Claus from coming to town. Christmas came, and so did good tidings and joy.
Large Market, WNOE-FM. Scotty salutes a super senior.
WNOE New Orleans presents Scotty Salutes a Super Senior. As the COVID-19 pandemic hit and schools began closing for the remainder of the school year, it was clear that seniors would be missing out on special memories. WNOE teamed with country music superstar Scotty McCreery to create new memories for a special senior by rewarding them with a private virtual concert and Q&A for them and 5 friends with Scotty himself. The winning senior was from Chalmette High School and handmade 700 free masks for people in her community in a time when masks were hard to come by.
The winner of LAB's 2021 Television Promotion of the Year for Small Market, KPLC TV. Southwest Louisiana weathered the storm.
It can be hard to see the good in a bad situation. But when you look around, what do you see? Neighbors reaching out to help neighbors, sharing what they have, pitching in where they can. That's why, in the midst of all the destruction, we remain grateful, thankful, blessed. Together, we'll weather the storm.
Large Market, WBRZ TV, Louisiana Quotes. What a year for investigative reporting. Louisiana, we have a colorful history and we have some of the best investigative reporting in the country. The TV stations receiving this year's Investigative Report Award is Small Market, KNOE TV, investigates Mackenzie Hinkle.
More guys would like you if you did that.
No.
And then I remember just being pushed against the wall of the aisle.
No means no. We first reported the arrest of Tyler Johnson on March 9th. That's when West Monroe police arrested Johnson after they say he posted a sexually explicit video with a 17-year-old girl without her knowledge. Police say he had consensual sex with the girl, but denied recording or uploading the video. Little did we know, that was just the beginning.
Large Market would be WBRZ TV Investigative Report with Chris Nakamoto.
A Louisiana State Police Department out of control, racism in the ranks, nepotism, excessive force, and crippling beatings with absolutely no accountability from the top until Chris Nakamoto investigated.
They're truly embarrassed by the fact that your station has found this out and is holding them accountable for it.
It's pretty shocking, almost outrageous.
Fearless investigations of the Louisiana State Police. Chris Nakamoto and the Investigative Unit, only on WBRZ.
Our next award is for the photojournalist, someone who can capture an entire event in one snapshot. Selected by the judges as a multimedia journalist of the year is, for Small Market, Javante Thomas, KALB TV.
Here are some of the public documents that we obtained through records requests. Now, it paints a time gap between the time the original arrest warrant was filed by another officer. I'm here on Tennessee Avenue, and witnesses tell me that, as you can see here, it's still a very active scene, but witnesses say about 10 or 11 o'clock last night, this is when the scene... Let's take a look at this debris right here. Now, believe it or not, this is actually the roof here. Was it risky to use such a controversial drug?
What we have done is we have taken the Congress at its word.
And Large Market, Kennedy Walker, WVLA TV.
Right here is where 2 graduates will be seated tonight, and as you can see, these seats are spaced 6 feet apart. I want you to see some of the down power lines over here. At least 4 power lines have fallen, and sheriff's deputies told me that more are probably going to come along the way. I just lost my hat, but this is what we expected with Hurricane Zeta, that it was going to be mostly a windstorm. This actually used to be a cover for the ATV. Look at this, it's gone, damaged, ruined, and this is...
Residents of Louisiana are very proud of their heritage and culture. From the kitchen to the outdoors, one radio and one TV station will now be recognized for having the best program highlighting the diversity of the people, places, and things of Louisiana. Ladies and gentlemen, the 2021 Uniquely Louisiana Radio Award goes to Small Market, KVPI FM, the 92.5 Swamp Pop.
Thank you to the Louisiana Association of Broadcasters for showcasing KVPI FM and our commitment to our special Swamp Pop music. We're proud to accept this year's Uniquely Louisiana Award for KVPI FM.
Classic Hits 92.5.
Large Market, KSLO FM, the Radio Laser.
I'm Marlene Juarez with Delta Media. I'm the program director with Radio Laser and Telemundo Lafayette. Not only were we able to give local artists opportunities, but we were able to reach international and Grammy Award winners like Los Palominos.
Radio Láser Telemundo Lafayette, tu conexión en Acadiana.
The 2021 Uniquely Louisiana Television Award goes to Small Market TV, KPLC, The River Life.
Well, it's an all too familiar scene anytime we have a rise along the Calcasieu River. We're here on Mims Road in Westlake, where not only are we dealing with now a rising river, this point is where the water meets the road.
Slow down, boys. You know, it's a little bit of an inconvenience because we got to park our vehicles out there and go back and forth, but the kids like it, and that's river life, I guess.
And Large Market, WVUE, Louisiana Rising, Songs from Home.
Yeah, I slip out in the middle of the night and throw rocks at a bedroom window. Yeah, we didn't turn out the headlights, and man, we didn't drive by the moonlight.
This next award is for the Television Reporter of the Year, and these individuals stand out in the crowd. Ladies and gentlemen, the winner is for Small Market TV, KALB, Rachel Penton.
We're here at the Deanley Research Facility, and it certainly is looking very rough out here, a path of destruction across the area. And one of the many changes includes taped off waiting areas outside the front door where students will wait to get their temperatures checked before they ever even walk through the doors. Using the QR codes is easy. All you have to do is open the camera app on your phone or Google Lens. Take it and hold it up to the QR code until you see a link appear. Click on it, and it will take you to a web page.
Large Market, WBRZ TV, Brittany Wise.
In the year of economic collapse, thousands suffered loss of jobs and security. For some in the community, unemployment checks are a lifeline. And when that lifeline is cut, they know where to turn.
I contacted them to let them know there was a fraudulent claim, and that was the last I heard of them.
They're essentially asking me for $14,000, and I have like 15 days.
Listening to the community and taking action is compassionate journalism. Brittany Weiss, Reporter of the Year.
Annually, the Louisiana Association of Broadcasters recognizes radio stations for small markets and large markets, all of which during the previous year best exemplified the very highest standards and practices of the association and the broadcast industry. Ladies and gentlemen, LAB's 2021 Small Market Radio Station of the Year is KQID-FM.
Q93, a Cenla broadcasting station, is a 100,000-watt station serving central Louisiana. Q93 is Cenla's only CHR station. This is where you can find out what's going on locally in entertainment and music, and of course where you can get all of today's hits too. In an unprecedented year, Q93 is proud to have fulfilled its mission of keeping Cenla entertained and informed, showing why radio is so important to the community it serves.
The 2021 Large Market Radio Station of the Year is WWOZ-FM. Ladies and gentlemen, the 2021 Small Market TV Station of the Year goes to KPLC TV.
If you're in Cameron still, evacuate and get your plan together.
We are? Okay. We are planning to evacuate our television station. Eye wall moving across much of the city. That's what's happened at our station.
For those who evacuated, now is not the time to try to come back home.
I see the Capital One building, and it looks like Swiss cheese. This is really happening. It is real. It's happening, but it is fixable.
And the winner for the 2021 Large Market Station of the Year is WDSU.
The tragic death of George Floyd sparked a movement that united and divided our communities. We took our viewers into the heart of the movement with comprehensive coverage of protests and social unrest, and a station commitment holding our leaders accountable.
Tonight, calls for change on the streets and in just days on the basketball court.
When we step off this field and I take my helmet off and I'm a black man walking around America, and I'm telling you I'm dealing with these things. I'm telling you my communities are dealing with these things.
Congratulations, everyone. I hope you've enjoyed the virtual show. It was kind of different for all of us. We will be sending out a survey, so make sure you fill out and give us your feedback. Also, just want to let everyone know that our LAB Student Workshop will hopefully be held this fall in Baton Rouge at LSU. Thanks again for joining us today and supporting your association. We appreciate everything that you do. And remember, we are going to have the LAB MAB Annual Joint Convention, and it will be virtual on June 2nd and 3rd. Call the office, let us know where you want us to send your trophies.